They're lobbying spending just in 2022. And there are all of the players that control the internet. What do you think, you guys? Do you think that they might be having an impact on what information actually gets through to you? Do you see these things are hiding in plain sight? I have no more access to information than you do. This is the piece that makes it so flippin' blatant. The U.S., are we a democracy?
Important things should know in Bitcoin this week. Hello and welcome to Crypto Street, where we bring you the latest and most intriguing stories from the world of cryptocurrency, investing, and economics. Now, let's begin our enlightening discussion with Lynette Zang.
And we're going to start with our very good friend, Henry Kissinger, who was instrumental in creating the petrodollar. And what does he say? It's not a matter of what is true that counts, but a matter of what is perceived to be true. And hey, he was instrumental in taking us off of at least a quasi-gold-backed dollar into a pure debt-based dollar. The man knew what he was talking about. And he's still around, amazingly. But this is when it was formalized, was with President Reagan in the early 80s, who changed the laws and the rules to bring Rupert Murdoch over, and that's in advertising and in media, and he changed it so that he could help formalize perception management. And this was all happening as that new debt-based system was born and coming alive, because it's so much easier when the public just volunteers. And that's really what perception management is all about. Because if they can control how you perceive things, then they can, at least in theory, control how you move forward. And we've certainly seen this quite a bit lately. This is the piece that makes it so flippin' blatant. But social media rebuffs shows Biden overstepped on COVID misinformation. Really? Is that a possibility? This is not, and I want to make this quite clear. This is really not about whether you believe all of this stuff from COVID or you don't, or you're vaxxed. This is not about any of that. It is about how they dish out the misinformation so they can choose what goes out there. And you have to really do your due diligence. Don't take anybody's word for anything. Don't take mine. That's why I give you the links. You disagree with me, rock and roll hoochie too. I can't say anything about that. But following and believing blindly does not serve you well. It's that simple. Ask yourself, how great was the pressure on these media companies? Sufficiently great that a Facebook executive responded to one official by assuring them that the company wanted to know how to get back into the White House's good graces. We're keen to amplify any messaging you want us to project. I mean, as my grandson would say, because it's so obvious, but there are more of us than there are of them, and we are all in this together. Now, some of the examples that they used were only a few examples of the efforts by the platforms to please officialdom. You want me to show you another way that they please officialdom? Ta-da! They're lobbying spending just in 2022. And there are all of the players that control the internet. What do you think, you guys? Do you think that they might be having an impact on what information actually gets through to you? Do you see these things are hiding in plain sight? I have no more access to information than you do. The difference is that I'll dig and dig and dig until I find it. And thank goodness I was a banker and I was a stockbroker, so I understand this language and what they're saying. But make no mistake, these guys that are also kowtowing to the government, because why? Why would they do that? Maybe because it's the White House that makes the rules. And they want the rules for their benefit, not for yours, not for mine, for their benefit. Do you trust any of these players? No. In gold and silver, I trust. In gold and silver, we trust, because we are all in this together. And it is critically important that you see how and that you are being led to move forward in a way that benefits them first. The U.S., are we a democracy? No. They want us to think we're a democracy, but we aren't. And we're an oligarchy. There are many things that we are, but unfortunately, we are no longer a democracy. So we took a look, or this entity took a look at the likelihood, the predicted probability of adoption of what different areas entities want.
Don't forget to join us as we continue to explore the unfolding events. BTC price action with fresh fuel to discover a trend this week? Important things should know in Bitcoin this week. Let's dive into those topics and then back again to Lynette Zang. BTC price remains stuck in a tight range at $29,000, leading to frustratingly calm market conditions. The coming week holds potential volatility catalysts, with the U.S. Consumer Price Index (CPI) data being a key focus for market participants, influencing the next interest rate decision in September. However, Bitcoin's stubbornness this quarter may require more than just CPI data to break the deadlock. The term reaccumulation is gaining prominence as whales and day traders enter the market, strengthening the bullish case for Bitcoin's future. Whales are holding back from selling, and Asian buyers continue to dominate the market, indicating a potential price upside ahead. Bitcoin wallet numbers remain on an uptrend, signaling a stable long-term uptrend despite price fluctuations. Bitcoin network fundamentals are indecisive, with network difficulty expected to recoup some losses, while hash rate values show a consolidation phase. Market focus outside of Bitcoin is on the upcoming US CPI print for July, which could serve as a volatility catalyst. Inflation indicators are pointing downward, making August 10th a day full of potential trading opportunities. Overall, Bitcoin's calmness and suppressed volume continue to shape market sentiment, with traders closely monitoring macro data releases and inflation trends to anticipate the next major price move.
But what you need to be looking at is the United States new peers, after declining in the last by 11 points over the last decade. The U.S. aggregate score for political rights and civil liberties now falls close to the middle of the free spectrum, according to Freedom in the World. This is where we were in 2010, right? So you can see at 94, this is where we were. Well, guess what? This is where we were in 2020. We dropped 11 points. And who's near us? Oh, Mongolia is more free than we are. So is Argentina. Isn't that interesting? Ghana's below us. So is Poland. Why do you think all the central banks are accumulating so much gold? Because the U.S., not just the U.S., actually, this is globally. We are losing confidence and losing faith in our governments and in our central banks. We are at historically low levels in this arena. This is the average confidence in major U.S. institutions between 1979 and 2023. And you can see this steady decline. It's going to get worse.
That wraps up today's crypto news highlights. Stay tuned for more updates, insights, and analysis from the world of cryptocurrencies. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more engaging content.